Long welcome, Spurs fans near and far. You're back with your boy Deji Spurs, and I have a special guest tonight. We've got Longhead Yeti in the building. I'm so excited. I'm so gassed by
Big up,
this.
man.
Longhead Yeti, welcome to the Deji Spurs show. How are you, mate?
Cheers, man. I'm good. I can't wait for this game. I'm absolutely buzzing to put you guys back in your place.
Well, me and Longhead Yeti, we've been going back to back for the best part of a year now, and we've been speaking, in the background, but we've finally done it. Longhead Yeti, let's just get straight into it. Nottingham Forest. What first and foremost, would you make of Spurs and on Postecoglou at the moment? That's always the first question I always ask.
Well, I would say I said it in the chat ages ago. First 11, quality, absolute quality, playing some absolute awesome football. But I said it's all about when you don't have those players, and you lost the main two, Maddison and Van der Ven, and there was the test. You've lost a few games. You got a draw against City at Etihad, which you can't really grumble at that, and then you beat Newcastle 4-1. So I'm looking forward to this one. I can't wait to. I really can't wait to get this one on. To be honest.
To be fair, I actually think your gaffer has done a really good job. I mean, given the circumstances, I mean, you guys got the promotion couple years ago now, and well done to you. And what I thought, your manager Cooper, what I thought was quite impressive was he pretty much brought 20 odd players, which is a brand new squad, which is quite a risky strategy, but the strategy kind of paid off in a way because he kept you in the league. And to be fair, I actually think he's done some really quite shrewd business. I think Awoniyi, the striker, I think he's a good player. Do you know what I mean? Kieran Gibbs. It was interesting you bringing in Serge Aurier, actually, but he's actually done a job for you, I think.
He has, yeah.
And then you stole Bowley from Wolverhampton, which was a bit of a dodgy thing. Are you happy with Cooper? Is he doing a good job given the circumstances? You guys are languishing, they're round about the mid-table. Are you happy with that, or do you think maybe you had higher expectations given what you did last season?
Well, like you've already said, bringing in all those players last season and actually building a team when you go into the Premier League is quite a feat to actually stay in the league, even if it, we slapped up Arsenal at the end of it, which I'm sure you'll enjoy. But, and basically it's like Potter's trying to do it now, and it just shows how difficult it is. Where Cooper's concerned, I'd just keep him. Personally, I know not a lot of Forest fans won't agree with that, and it's not a sentimental thing. It's just something that basically I'd rather sort of go back, even if it went back down. I'd rather build a team and then come back up. We've got the experience of the Premier League now. We've actually took on a few teams. We've got a draw against City at City Ground. This is what I'm telling you about the City Ground. It's not a place to play. You know what I mean? And that's basically what we're going to do tonight. We're going to get right in your face from the very first minute. Give you a game you don't want.
I love the fight talk. We got the assembled in the building, and big up to all the other people that have joined us. And I am going to come to this later, the assembled. So I'm going to have it up so I remember to ask you about this. But you know what? I agree with you, Longhead, because I feel like a lot of fans have what I call the goldfish moment, which is that you forget all the good work they've done when you're in the Championship. As soon as you get up, you almost forget yourselves and forget that actually you're in the Prem and this ain't the Championship no more. The level has gone up, the standard has gone up, it's harder to play. So you should be allowed to fail and learn. I call it test and learn. You should be allowed to test the waters.
Yeah.
Even if you go down, you learn from it, you come back. If you come back and then it happens again, then I think you lose the job. But if you were to get rid of Cooper right now, then what have you learned? You're going to be this kind of like Sunderland, up and down, like a bit of a yo-yo.
I think the biggest issue he's got, though, is the fact that he was saved last season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's going to get taken into account. I mean, we was in real bad shape then. and they actually saved his job. I think actually, if you guys come out and do what you can do, and we let you do it,
Yeah,
then it could be his final game tonight.
yeah. So look, I want to talk about two transfers in particular. The first one being Turner picking up
Mm,
on the assembles point. So I just want to get your thoughts. Obviously, he didn't get a sniff at Arsenal,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he's turned into your main man. I actually preferred Heaton. I'm not going to lie. I
Mm.
think you should have bought him, got him because he's done a great job for you last
Dean
season.
Henderson.
Oh, Dean Henderson, sorry.
I
But
think we tried to, but we just couldn't get it done with
yeah.
Man United. They were being dickheads. So,
But are you happy with Tina Turner? That's what I call him.
um, he's one of them that you get a bit frightened. Like you've got Vicario, which is a damn good goalkeeper, and he's going to
Yeah,
be hard to beat, to be honest. But you've got like Turner, who at times he looks decent and he's good, like distributing the ball and everything. But then you look at the Liverpool game where he's like right outside the box trying to play basketball or something. I don't know what the hell he's doing there. So he
yeah.
is a bit of a worry, to be honest with you. But I would like to have kept. Who did we have last season? The one we got on loan from PSG. I mean, I would have
Oh,
liked to have kept
yeah,
him.
yeah,
He's
yeah, yeah,
class.
yeah,
But,
yeah. No, fair.
you know.
And
Well,
maybe you
actually, I
got
would have
to,
liked to keep Bryce Samba because
yeah.
Bryce Samba is quality. Why would we let him go? I don't know.
Bloody hell. No, it's crazy. And also, look, Freddie SP, I've seen your question. Yeah, yeah, he did kind of talk about the fact that he thinks Cooper deserves to stay in the job.
Mm,
He also thinks it crazy, and he thinks if Forest go down, he thinks Cooper should stay in. And actually, we
yeah.
both agree that we don't want any goldfish moment. Were you happy to see just look? Sometimes I feel like when teams let players go, are they doing us one? And the one that
Mm,
kind of draws to mind for Spurs fan is Matt Doherty. When he was first at Wolves, he used to tear Tottenham a new one. We
yeah.
brought him over, and he got slapped with the Space Jam. Do you know what I mean? Where is his talent? You know what I mean? We can't find it, and he was a shadow of himself.
Yeah.
Josh Brennan, were you sad to see him go, or did you do us a new one with that one?
Well, I mean, I was saying to everyone was asking me, all Spurs fans were saying, what we get him for 50 million and all this, that, and the other. And same as I said, there's definite quality there. It just needs to be bought out of him. And I think he's better off at Spurs because he more does the attacking side of everything.
Yeah,
And whereas for us, he had to get involved as well and be defending. And he ain't that player. He ain't going to be doing nothing like that. Basically, I have seen big improvements in him since he's gone to Spurs. Like, for instance, if he took a man on for us,
yeah,
he'd always go for the shot. I've
yeah,
noticed with Spurs, he's now actually looking for the man in the middle and passing, hence the Son goal. And I think that, and just the movement he did in that goal
yeah,
was
yeah,
fantastic. And I'm seeing vast improvements in him. I'm scared of him tonight. I'm not going to
yeah.
lie. He does worry me. Yeah, because I mean, it depends. I mean, personally, if he comes out
He
on the
probably
pitch
he
and
probably scores tonight, doesn't he? Probably.
if he comes out on the pitch and all our idiots start clapping him and all this, that, and the other, then
Yeah,
that's something I wouldn't do. Because as
yeah,
soon as you're out of my Forest shirt, that's it. You're gone. You're done.
yeah, yeah.
You don't get clapped. You get clapped at the end when we beat you.
Right. Yeah, you're a bit raw.
You know?
He grew up, mate. He came through the academy system. You should be
Mm.
proud to see your boy go on to bigger and greener pastures. No,
I am, but I'm not interested anymore. He's
fair
not a
play.
Forest player anymore, mate. He's a bum. He's gone. He's
Fair.
done.
I got one more question before we kind of get into the kind of strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
If you had a choice between selling Kieran Gibbs, or Brennan, oh no, keep. Who was the bigger player? Because for me, obviously, Brennan got the big transfer to Spurs, if you want
Mm.
to call it that, and I'll say that in inverted commas. But Kieran Gibbs does look like quite a player.
Yeah, yeah,
Who would
yeah.
you be more sad if they left? If you know, who would you have preferred to keep? If
Gibbs
the
White would
opportunity
have
came?
left a massive hole, to be honest. Because I mean,
Who? Gibbs.
Gibbs White. The work rate that guy puts in for 90 minutes is just unbelievable. And they're the kind of players I like who just don't
Yeah,
stop. He's got to work a little bit on his creativity and stuff like that. But when he's on it, he's unplayable.
Yeah.
So him, 100%, basically for the fact of Brennan Johnson, his pace.
Yeah.
And like I say, now he's at Spurs, he's learning a different side to his game.
Yeah.
So I weren't bothered about losing Brennan Johnson, to be honest.
Big up. Yeah, fair. Look, we got some cronies in the chat. My brother Northside's in the building, bigging up Forest. Shameless in you, Northside. I can't believe you're in here, mate. Just
Big up
make sure
Northside.
you come with the same energy after tonight's game.
Yeah.
So, Yeti, I'm going to ask you. Obviously, I've seen games. I was pretty impressed with how you started the season. I thought you were unlucky against United. I think you played, but then the Arsenal game,
that was so annoying. That was.
yeah, and then the Arsenal game, I was well impressed with. I thought you deserved to get a draw out of that game. Really, you
Win, I thought.
You know what I mean? So for me tonight, what would you say? How are you going to set up? Let the audience know. Let Spurs fans know, especially for the Spurs fans who don't watch Forest week in, week out. So let us know how you set up with your back line, your midfield, how your attack's going to be, and whether do you play a low block or is it a counter-attacking football? Just give us a sense of what we might see tonight.
Well, it's 100% going to possibly be the exact same team as what played against Wolves because Cooper tends to stick with the players that he's got. So you got Toffolo, you got Murillo, you've got probably Nico Williams up against Brennan Johnson, which is going to be an interesting battle because the two of them are really good friends.
Yeah.
So you got Toffolo against Kulusevski. I mean, it's going to be one of them. It's basic. It's going to be a low block. There's no doubt in my mind. It's going to be a low block. Personally, I think it should be a mid block.
Yeah,
and I think as soon as you get the ball and start, because if we let you play, that's it. We're done. We're done. So at the end of the day, we've got to get right in your face. We've got to kick you so hard that Romero gets sent off and things
you
like
mean
that.
Aston Villa? So you mean Matty Cash?
Yeah. We've got to do that. We've got to get that side out of you. What Chelsea got out of you. You know, when you all went mental and just started kicking the hell out of everybody and all got sent off. We've got to get that side out of you.
Yeah, fair. And then how do you set up in the midfield then? The midfield and then your attack.
Midfield will more likely be Mangala, who he's just such a workhorse. The midfield's going to be huge.
He's like a Yaya Toure type kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just cleaning up all the mess.
He's right in your face. You've got Sangari, who's just sort of coming into his own, and possibly be Yates or Danilo. If it's Yates, he's another one that will wind you up so much you'll just want to punch him. So, and I love players like that. Like they're my favourite types of players.
And then in your attack,
you had to ask that, didn't you?
I need to hear it. That's
Chris Woods.
Chris Woods. He's not starting tonight, is he?
Chris Woods.
I don't know which one's worse, Chris Wood or Martial. Which one's worse?
Chris Woods, mate. I mean, we might as well. I know we're called Forest, but we might as well just have a tree in the box, to be honest. And Chris Woods. I mean, that does worry me a bit. Elanga probably on the left, and then it'll probably be Callum Hudson-Odoi on the right. So I mean, and then Morgan Gibbs-White obviously is the number 10. So it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, because there is places where we can get at your defense, because I don't think your defense is all that great without obviously Van der Ven and the players that you've got at the moment. Chicken Royale is probably going to have a nightmare. Is he not playing? Is he not?
No, so it will probably we'll probably set up with Porro, Udogie. So it'll be Udogie against
Porro's a worry.
Udogie. It will be Elanga versus Porro. That'd be an interesting battle.
That will be interesting, yeah.
Romero will probably keep Chris Wood in his pocket because Chris Wood don't want that kind of smoke from that guy from Buenos Aires. And then midfield will probably have Basuma, Pape Sarr, and we'll play Cooley in the number 10. I think he was sourcing in that number 10 against Newcastle. I think we stick with that.
Yeah.
And then Postecoglou said this week that he sees Richarlison very much as a number 9. I think he stays as a number 9 with Sonat on the left and your boy Brennan on the right. Mate, the one thing I will say is that Spurs will have a lot of the ball.
Us, to be honest.
What's that?
Could be a long game for us, to be honest, but I think it's a do or die for us for Cooper and
Yeah,
for the position we're in at the moment. So
yeah, just above.
we've got to go out there and we've got to give it everything.
You got to give it everything, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to have the same fallout that we had with the Chelsea match. You go too gun ho and you get a couple of injuries from this game or whatever, and then you can find yourself in dire straits. Because I think you guys have tried, but maybe one thing that Cooper did do well last season was he kind of managed the games. He knew the winnable games and went for those more than the big games. I mean, if he got a result, I mean, the thing is, at home, you were pretty hard to beat last season.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
At
was.
home,
Yeah.
So I think it's tough. Where do you see your weaknesses then?
Well, personally, our weaknesses are pretty obvious. I think. I mean, we can't hold a lead. If we actually get in the lead, we just don't have that ability to, like, how a lot of teams just drop back and just keep the ball to themselves and slow the game down and everything. We just don't seem to have that ability to be able to do that. And I think that's look at Man United. I mean, we went 2-0 up. Should have won that game. But we just could not hold them back after that. So I think we've got to work on that and actually stopping teams play when we've actually got the lead in a game.
Yeah,
that's where we're going to get better. And like I say, without Awoniyi, I mean, the one thing we've got is depth.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody can argue with that. We have actually got depth, and I think a lot of teams, like, you probably won't like this, but anyway. But you guys remind me a little bit of Arsenal last season. You've got a good first 11, but there's not really a lot behind it.
Yeah, I would say that. The one thing I would say, and you're right, I did like that comment, is that at least Postecoglou is squeezing every last juice out of him. I mean, to play a back four with full of wing backs and go to the Etihad and walk away with a point.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not bad, to be honest. You know what I mean?
No.
And actually, we've outplayed, apart from the Wolves game, we've actually outplayed everyone we played. Aston Villa, we were lucky. We had 3 offside goals from Son. He scored a hat-trick of offsides. We were the better team against West Ham. Really could have been 15-0 up in that first half. And then, bloody hell, I think we were a little bit naive. Sometimes just clear the ball, to be honest. And we probably win the game or get a draw. So there is a little bit of naivety from Postecoglou, but the lads do look like they're learning. I'm really taken aback by Kudus' comment here, though. It's really thrown me. I'm not going to lie. He says he has a sneaky suspicion that he thinks Spurs might lose tonight. I really hope whatever you're feeling is coming from the upside down in Stranger Things. I'm hopeful that Spurs can do a job tonight. We need to win. We need to win to get ourselves.
I'll be honest, mate. I feel the same way as I felt when we beat Arsenal.
Are you? Is your chest fully pumped? You're really.
Oh, yeah.
You've come in full of fire, mate, and you ready? 100%. You think you're going to do a thing?
Yeah.
I just think with Chris Wood up top, mate, you're playing with 10 men. To be honest,
we're European Cup winners. I mean, you've won a Tiger Cup, so we've got stars on our shirts. You've got Kellogg's Frosty.
I love it, mate. Oh my days. Well, yeah, mate. What for me? Obviously, we got Serge Aurier, that madman. I can see him giving away a penalty because one thing about him, he's got a mistake in him.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you guys have, for me, from the games I've seen, you've been in the games. Even the Arsenal game, you had a lot of ball possession. You're not going to have the ball tonight. You're going to do a lot of running around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and I don't know if your boys have the legs to do the amount of running they're going to do. They're going to put some mileage on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you get going, I mean, you are evil.
So I think it's a dodgy one. I really do. I'm not. I've got Spurs to win. I don't think we're going to whack you. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0. But I can easily see the game being a 2-1 Spurs or a 1-0 Spurs. I can see you guys doing the low block, getting in the attack, just really trying to frustrate Spurs. But the one thing we have been good at this season is because we have so much of the ball. One thing we've been doing is we break teams down. And can you maintain the kind of concentration levels?
I think that's key.
For 90 minutes, basically.
I think midfield battle's massive because basically you're pretty decent on the fullback side of things. So, wings is not really going to be it. So I think midfield battle is going to be absolutely massive. And I mean, you got Basuma, who's coming on leaps and bounds.
And he's got his
Papisar
brother,
is another one.
Player.
Yeah.
I mean, Arsenal fans are shaking their bums violently about Basmati Rice. But the truth is, Papisar, he's been sourcing in a different level.
Yeah.
If you're shaking your bum for Basmati, then shake your bum for Papisar, mate.
Well, to be fair, Arsenal fans shake their bum when they win a plate.
That's what it is, mate. Community shield settings, some sort of from mate. Arsenal fans
it's still better than the Tiger Cup, though. I will say that for him.
What's that?
It's still better than the Tiger Cup, though. I will say that for him.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if the Tiger Cup. I don't know if the Community Shield better than the Tiger Cup.
You want it in a friendly at the start of the season.
That Community Shield is dusty. In fact, I never want to be involved in a Community Shield game. That's how dusty I rate that competition, to be honest. It is rubbish. Kudos has said, come on, Dej. Sarr is good, but Rice is a level up. Laugh out loud. I'm not going to lie to you, bruv. Rice is Basmati for me, mate. I'm sorry, mate. It's just Basmati. I'm not shaking my bum for Rice. Everyone likes to jump on the horn. It's no surprise Spurs winning 4-1 against Newcastle coincided with Pape Sarr back in the side. I would be more worried, Yeti, if Sarr wasn't playing. If we had Højbjerg, Lo Celso, and Basuma up against your midfield, Malanga just chop him up all day long. But he's got Sarr and Basuma to contend with, and he's good, but he's not going to be able to manage both.
I think Yates will deal with Sarr.
You reckon? Pape Sarr is...
Yates is just in there. Yeah, but he just gets in there, mate. It don't matter how good you play with the ball when your legs are broke, does it?
Yeah, well, okay, well...
I mean, hopefully he don't break his legs. Like, I mean, we don't want to get that point, but...
Well, let's see, mate. Let's see, because it sounds like there could be some dodgy tackles going on for in the game.
Could be.
Kudos is saying he doesn't even rate Rice that high as well. That's the thing. But Wolfgang says Rice has proven nothing yet. Kudos. I agree. He's definitely proven nothing. Drake is saying, are you doing a watch along, Dej? I'm not, because I've got to pop out. I would love to, but I think the next Spurs game I would do a watch along. But unfortunately, I'm popping out and getting back just before kickoff. Yeah, look, I know we've done this at super fast speed today, but it's been a pleasure. And hopefully, maybe after the game, we can do a quick 5 or 10 minute reaction to the result. But you came in with fire. I mean, you've been trolling, man, for the last week or so, and then you came in all guns blazing. But I have to ask the question because I want to know whether the keyboard tapping and also the chest you're showing me tonight is being backed up by the mouth. What is your prediction for tonight's game?
2-0 Forest.
Are you mad?
Yeah.
Mate, you've gone bonkers, mate. Sorry.
Mate, I'll always back my guys. What makes you
think 2-0 Forest and who scores?
2-0 Forest. Let's say Elanga, I think, will get one. And I think Morgan Gibbs White will get one. He's ready to get himself sorted out. So,
where's this chest? Where is this chest coming from? Didn't you lose last week or something?
It's attached to my legs.
Where's this going on? Did you win last week?
Nah. We got a draw against Wolves.
What was the result last weekend?
The reason I've got chest, mate, is because we've got no choice. And they've got to come out for Cooper. And we're at the City Ground. And also, the last time we played, the fans was booing the players. So we've got to come out and give a performance.
Look, and I mean this with the greatest respect. Somebody wrote it, Wolfgang. I think you're off your rocker, mate.
Probably am.
I think you're off your rocker. What do you mean? Mate, I'm going with Jonas. Jonas here has predicted a 3-0 Spurs with Richarlison, Son, Johnson. I think Johnson scores and forgets himself. I think he scores tonight and forgets himself because I'm not.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's going to go how it goes. But I'm always going to go with my boys, and I've just got a feeling counter attack, 2 goals. I mean, we can't normally pass 5 yards, so I mean, how we're going to pass 50, I don't know, but just the feeling I have.
fair play. For me, my thing is it's going to be a tight game. I think Spurs win 2-1. It's not going to be pretty, but to be honest with you, I don't give a damn how we get the result. Even if we got to pull down every player's shorts, as long as we walk away with the 3 points, I'll be absolutely happy with it, to be honest with you. Me, I see this as like the Luton kind of game. And I'm not saying that you're on the same level of Luton, but it's a dodgy one. It's a banana skin. But Longhead Jetty, thank you for making the debut on Deji Spurs. Sorry to rush it. Everyone, please get to my brother's channel. He's going to be doing a watch-along, though, guys. So the watch-along will be on Longhead Yeti's channel, so get on there. Unfortunately, I won't be doing one, but I will be watching the game. Yes, my guy, Wolfgang, need to get you back on the show, especially you need to explain and answer for the crimes of your club, Chelsea. But tonight, everyone, make sure you get your Chinese in, tune up, get your takeaway, and put yourselves in front of the sofa. It's going to be a cracker. Thank you.
Watch us beat the Spuds.
Mate, I would like to see you here, 10 o'clock shop. Well, I'm going to jump on, what's his name's show, The Terrace, quickly. But I'm going to definitely get on to you, so we do a little quick 10 minutes. But kudos, welcome. Thank you for just subbing, mate. And hopefully see you after the game. Thanks, Longhead Jetty. Thanks, everyone.
Big up, man. Big up, everybody. Cheers.
Dano, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dano, yeah. Dano, yeah. Dano, it's a vibe. Dano, it's a vibe. Dano, yeah. Dano, it's a vibe. Dano, it's juice poured up. And I know it's a vibe. Like rolling with a animal vibe. Said I need more drink inside of me. Like bring more cup. Cause right now it's a vibe. Dano,